Alright guys, so here's PAY shot number one. Now this is probably my favorite play in the entire book. I run it a ton. If you guys have seen me on stream, I run it all the time. So both these crosses are pretty good. I utilize the one on the ISO receiver side the most, simply because this setup that I have is pretty much unguardable when you get time in the pocket, right? So the setup is really easy. Just streak A, and slant B. Now you're going to be motion hiking B, but hold off for a second on that. Now with your running backs, what you can do is you can always max pro. Whenever you max pro in this, you want to reblock your running backs yourself. You don't want to use the max pro feature in any of these plays, just simply because it doesn't work properly. I like reblocking them myself. Now, if I know they're not blitzing, I will usually send out at least one of my running backs on a wheel route. And the one that I'm going to do is the one on the ISO receiver side, H-back 1. So I'll put Y out. This is my favorite setup for it. This is my normal setup whenever they run coverage, and then we're going to motion hike B. If you know they're only sending like 3 people and you have time, you can swing or wheel route RB. That's up to you. I typically don't do that. That's like if I just know they're only sending like 3 people and maybe they don't even have any good pass rushes or anything, you can put that second guy out there. Or if they're using cover 3 with cloud flats with a good corner out there, sometimes it can give you some trouble with this crosser. And that's when I'll put a swing out there to hold the cloud flat down. I do that in several videos and I break it down. I'll break it down at the end of this video, but we're going to just do it this way for now. And you guys are going to see, I'll show you guys the crosser first. The crosser is pretty much going to beat everything. This is cover 2, and he gets to a perfect spot on the field, right over the cover 2 cloud. Like I said, the cloud flat's not going to bother it unless maybe they're in a cover 3 cloud of some sort, and then maybe it'll give you trouble, and that's when you can utilize the swing route. Again, right here, I'll just show you guys now the slant against cover 2. The slant, you can always lowball it. I never regular pass it unless it's just butt naked and like maybe they ran man or something. You can always lowball it for some reason. I don't know why it is. And the wheel route out there, by the way, is to hold the flat. That's why you're putting it out there. Now I'm shaded down now, and that's gonna. You guys are gonna see I'm still gonna be able to lowball this slant right in that pocket. I don't know what it is, but it always gets underneath the yellow. Guys see, shaded down, sits right there. I'll put a hook curl there. You guys will see it during the cover 3 play, but you guys will see it always gets lowballed. Now I'll show you guys in the replay here. This wheel route. The reason why I put it out there. And the reason why it's not quite necessary and why you can max pro, it's really just to hold this flat outside. So if you don't put it out there, this flat will usually maybe hover back here and make this slant throw a little bit more risky. But if you can hold him out there and just make him respect the running back, then you can always fit this slant in easily. Now I won't send him out on this play. I'll block him, and you guys will see the cloud flat will hover a little bit and bother your slant a little bit, make it a little bit of a harder read. See, now if I had to wait longer, that cloud flat was pulled inside just a tad. Now, like I said, you can max pro. It doesn't matter. The guy's not going to play it if you throw it at the right point. But if you have to wait too long, you guys see he's not pulled out over here by the wheel route anymore. He's inside hovering with this vert hook, making it a little bit scarier. But like I said, you can still clearly fit it in. It's not too scary. But instead of him being over here, he's over in the area of it, just in the vicinity. So now we'll go to cover 3. And you guys are going to see the same thing. Show you guys the crosser first. Now, I like to lowball it. You guys see low pass accurate right there. I think it helps me a little bit with the deep blue zones. And this is where, like I told you guys before, if they have a cover 3 out there and it's not shaded down into a hard flat, the guy can be a little bit scary with the low pass. If you don't low pass it, these deep blues can make a play. It's a little tight if you don't low pass it. If you low pass it, you guys see the guy didn't even come close to making a play. But when you low pass it, this guy underneath, if he plays up too high, can make a play on it. And I'll shade him up into a cloud flat this time and show you guys that he could possibly pick it. But that's when you put that swing route out there, and if you know if you're going to have time in the pocket, right? So he's in his cloud flat, and I'm in max pro. Doesn't get there, but just you guys have to trust me. There is a time when the guy goes out there and make a play. We'll try cover 4, but you just have to trust me. There is a time when if you low pass it, they can get out there. It's rare, and that's when I put the swing route. I don't do it often. I'm not going to claim I do it every play. I didn't mean to leave that PA. Don't ever do that. And that was palm, so the guy matched. But don't worry about that. I just was trying to get the cloud flat to play it. Nothing played it, and so just note, Every once in a while, you might see that cloud flat get out there and be a little scary. If that's the case, don't throw it. Put a swing route the next time. You'll be good. Now, I'll show you guys now against match. You guys clearly saw there. We already ran it against match, but here's cover 4 palms. If they're in that. Again, it's not going to give you trouble. Here's the base setup. Oh, I didn't get to show you guys the slant. Sorry about that. Let me show you guys the slant here against cover 3, but it still gets open. So you have your base set up, and you can low ball this slant in right underneath the hook curl once again. Nothing guards it on the field. Obviously, a motion slant's going to beat man. You guys will see that in the cover 1 video. It makes it very tough to guard when you have a motion slant that's not getting guarded by a single zone in the game, and you have a crossing route that's not getting guarded by any zone or man in the game. This is why it's my favorite play. But now we'll go to cover 4 palms. You guys see the setup here. And I got shed sack, but you guys saw the crosser beat the match zone coming across, and the slant was probably going to beat the man that matched it late. I forgot to audible into cover 4 palms there, but you guys see not much the defense can really do to stop it. Cover 4 palms is probably the best, but in split close you can bomb it deep a lot from different things. And usually, I'm not going to lie to you guys, usually this crossing route's going to beat the matching zone, especially if you have good wide receivers in Mutt. If we had flipped it and used Will Fuller, he'll crush it. Kenny Stills isn't quite that fast. He's only like 92 speed. But also, you're going to have the wheel route if you have a fast running back beating the guy deep too. I'll quickly flip it here and put Will Fuller over there just because Will Fuller is more typical of a matchup that you would have in Mutt because the wide receivers in Mutt just can't be matched by any corners right now. Guys like Randy Moss, guys like Torrey Holt, Marvin Harrison's another good one. Those guys are just too fast and they can't really get guarded by any of the corners out there. So when you have a guy on a crosser with a deep route running like that, they're not going to get guarded very often. And DeMarcus Lawrence tried right there for him, but I don't have Dashing Deadeye. That's why if you guys checked in the miscellaneous, I have Dashing Deadeye on my Andrew Luck so I can make throws like that. But you guys see he got the clear step on him, and that's all I really wanted to show was if you have the speed advantage with the route running, you're going to get open against palms. But this is why this is my favorite play by far, and it's not really close. That's PAY shot number 1.